Hi, this is the second video in which we will talk about the questions that came in the PPSC exam uh, in 2022. So here is the questions. The first question is that integral that is 1 to infinity 1 over x raised to power p dx converges for what values of p. So here we see that if we look the integral, that integral is integral 1 to infinity x 1 x raised to power, that is eventually this is x raised to power minus p dx, and which by power rule will makes it minus p plus 1 over minus p plus 1, and integral 1 to infinity, and it will converge if it is 0 of a finite number at infinity, and it will be 0 if this exponent is negative. And if I put this exponent minus p plus 1 to be negative, that is less than 0, then what will be p? Then from here you can see that the p range will be greater than 1. So it means that the answer for this question will be C option. Okay. So that C option, that p greater than 1, is a correct answer. So next is index of h, and h is all the even integers, and that what will be the index of this in Z positive. So we know that this is actually normal subgroup in Z, and if you don't remember, so we can revise it in next videos as well. But you know that first one thing, that Z over H is nothing but the field which is Z2, so which shows that H is a normal subgroup of Z, and for every normal subgroup of Z the index is 2. So that's why the index for this subgroup is 2. And also we know that the dual space of L1 is L infinity. So maybe in the next videos we will discuss, when we will talk about the functional analysis, we will discuss about that what actually means by the dual space. But here this is the fact that dual space for the L1 is L infinity. And here the fourth question is about the derived set of 0 comma 1 closed interval. And we know that drive sets is the set of all limit points. And what actually we mean by the limit points mean that if we have a set that is a set something like this circular shape, if I put it, then the point is a limit point. Let's say if I am talking this point, then this is limit point as much as how much small radius of a circle I will draw about it, then it will intersect this set. So this is a limit point. So here all the points are the limit points of it. That's why the derived set for this set is the whole set. That's why C is a correct option. And here it is about the essential singularity of these functions. And as we know that the exponential function is an entire as well, unless it has an essential singularity at infinity. And this is a fact that here we can use that fact, that we have e raised to power z equals to summation z raised to power n over n factorial. That is a series form, and if we plug that z equals to 1 over z, then we can see that the function f of 1 over z has an essential singularity at 0. So this is a definition, that if f has essential singularity at infinity, then f of 1 over z will have essential singularity at 0, and this is clear from here. That's why e raised to power z has essential singularity at infinity. And because all the sine z and cos z can be represented by an exponential function, that's why they will have also an essential singularity at infinity. So here the next question is, which is asking about the derivative of that integral, and integral is 1 to sine of x 1 minus t square dt. Then here we use the fundamental theorem of calculus, which says that d by dx of integral and something like 1 to b or 1 to a to b f of t dt. If we have something like this, then fundamental theorem of calculus says that this is nothing but this is f of b minus f of a. Okay, so from this we can write this is actually what this is 1 minus x sine x square. So let me erase it. So this is 1 minus sine x square x, which 1 minus sine square x and minus 1 minus 1, which makes it what? So this makes it cos square x minus 0, which answer is cos square x. So the answer for this question is this C option. So next is for which function the second derivative and the first derivative of the function is the equal, and as well as the first function at 0 is 0 and the first derivative of the function at 0 is minus 1, then which one will be the function? So here we know that its first derivative is cos x and its second derivative is minus sin x, so both are not correct, so this won't be the correct option, this also won't be the option. And this, if you see that its first derivative is e raised to power x and its second derivative is also e raised to power x, so that's why it can be an option. But if you look into this condition f of 0 equals to 0, then it won't satisfy, because if you plug x equals to 0 in this e raised to power x, you get 1, so which is not equals to 0, so this can't be the solution because this condition does not satisfy here. But if you look into this, and then is its first derivative is minus e raised to power x and its second derivative is also minus e raised to power x, and it vanishes at 0, and its first derivative has an answer which is equals to minus 1, so answer is this D option. So, and here the curvature of circle of radius 2 is what? So we know that the curvature of a circle of radius r is 1 over r, so that's why it has a solution that is D here. So that's answer D. Okay, so now this is asking us about the transformation or a mapping whose kernel is 0 only. It actually it means that the points for which it gives 0 is only the one point. So for this is a definition of actually injective function, so that's why answer is injective here. And here it says that when range and codomain of a functions are equal, so for this such functions we know that this function is an onto function as well, and this is an other name, and also this is surjective function, so answer is A option. So now we go to the next question. So here is a question that says that if we have a linear term mapping such that its rank is 5 and nullity is 10, then what would be the dimension of U? Then by the rank nullity theorem, we can say that the dimension of U will be equals to sum of rank plus nullity, which will be equals to 15. So here the answer will be the C option. Okay. So here this is an option. We can uh, make a circle on it, or so this is C option. So the next one is that let m be the greatest number of poset a, then for all a, because this is the greatest number for the poset, then a will be less or equals to that number, so answer for this question will be that B option. And the next one is that this is a set which is plus minus 1 over n, from where n coming from the natural number, and he is asking us that either this set is open, closed, neither open nor closed, or none. So for an open set we know that if we have a set and then that will be open. If we draw a open ball about of any of the point, then each at least one ball must exist such that it contained in it completely. But here you can see that if we draw a ball of radius 1 by n plus 1 about any of the number, then that will not be contained in A. So that's why this is not an open set. And what about the closed set? So for closed set, we know that closure must be equals to that set. And closure is what? Closure is uh, union of a set with its derived sets. So what is the derived set for this set? So derived set is empty set here. So that's why closure is equals to itself. So this is a closed set. So answer for this question is also B. So next one is that which one of the following is not a complete ordered field? First of all, we have to understand what actually means by complete ordered field. Complete ordered field is a field. First of all, it must be a field in which the order is defined. Means that you can tell about the in which the post set is defined, and this is a complete as well, that every Cauchy sequence must converge into it. So we know that Z is not a field, so this is not a complete ordered field. Q is a field, but here we can have a sequence of rational numbers that converge to irrational, which is not contained in rational. So this is not a complete. And what about C? So for the complex number, we don't have any order defined for the complex numbers. So that's why the answer for this question will be D option. So here the next one is that P of A difference B is what? So this is not any of the formula here given. So the answer for this is none. Okay, so that's it. So here it's asking that number of oscillators per unit time is called. So this is a definition of the frequency, that the number of oscillations in a unit time, when we calculate that, this is known as to be a frequency. And here we have this matrix. T is m by n matrix. Then rank nullity theorem says that rank of T plus nullity of T is equals to n number of columns in that. So this is B. And which of the following is a nowhere dense in R? And the nowhere dense in R is z of set of integers. And if U, V, and W are coplanar, then the volume of the parallelepiped will be equals to 0. Here they are in the same plane, then the triple cross product will be 0. And if a curve has a constant curvature, and we know that the curve that has a constant curvature is a circle, so answer for this question will be a circle. So these are the questions. In the next videos we will do the more problems related to that PPSC, and that comes in 2022, and we will also see more examples for the preparation of PPSC. So thank you for watching.